in emergency situations like these, when people are scrambling to locate their loved ones and assessing the damage, of course, to their homes and their property, it's easy to forget about the animals, who are also a huge part of everybody's family. Take a look at what one shelter in Austin, Texas looked like just a few days ago. The water just pouring in.
Oh, you can imagine how scared those animals are. Austin Pets Alive knew that they needed to get animals out of there, but to do that they would need some help. So they turned to what else? Facebook, and posted this desperate plea saying, quote, "Some of the kennels at TLAC are flooding. We need fosters now. Stop by if you can safely get here and give a pup a dry place for the night." And the outpouring of help, Yasmin, was immediate. Look at the lines of people willing to take in the terrified cats and dogs. And by the way, this is also one of the ways in which you can help cope emotionally with what you're going through, is to sort of help an animal in.
Yeah, that's a really good point. So Executive Director of Austin Pets Alive, Dr. Ellen Jefferson joins us now via Skype. Dr. Jefferson, thank you so much for being here. How are all those animals doing now?
They're doing well now. We were really lucky, and we were able to get most of them to foster, and the ones that didn't go to foster, we had dry ground for them to go to. So now, a few days later, we're doing much, much, much better.
Now, are you getting a lot of orphan animals being brought by the shelter, or what's left of the shelter? Because obviously you've endured a lot of damage.
The water has gone down, so luckily the shelter is not as damaged as we were expecting. Our shelter is not an open intake shelter. We only pull animals from other shelters that are scheduled for euthanasia. And so the good news is that because of the outpouring of support, we've been able to go to a lot of the local shelters and pull all of their euthanasia list animals and save hundreds more lives since the flooding on Monday.
Dr. Jefferson, it looks like the weather's not letting up. You guys are going to be getting some more terrible weather ahead. Are you prepared to deal with that in the next few days?
We think so. The weather keeps changing, and luckily we've had about 2.5 days of no rain. So our hope is that the ground is drier, that can soak up a little bit more of the rain. And if the waters come up again, then we'll have to do the exact same thing all over again. But luckily, some of the animals that we placed in foster are still in foster, so it won't be quite as bad again, but we'll be prepared.
So give those people out there who are watching right now a sense of what they can do to help, whether they're in the area or if they're outside of the immediate area, to sort of contribute to the effort.
We are still asking people to sign up to foster and, of course, come and adopt an animal. The more cages that we can empty into foster homes, the more lives we can save. So people can go to our website at austinpetsalive.org and sign up to foster. And then we're also asking for donations to deal with the extra animals that are coming in. Every animal coming in, we're not even asking questions if they're injured or ill. We're just taking them. And so some of them are coming in with some significant issues that we need to address. And of course, we're a no-kill facility, so every single one gets to live. And so we'll deal with whatever they've got.
You know, I just wanted to know, I have a dog myself. He's a fantastic swimmer. He's a lab, obviously. But were the dogs scared when all this was going on?
Yes, definitely. It was pretty terrifying. The water rose up, their dog beds were floating, their bowls were floating. It was pretty scary. So luckily, most of the dogs that were housed here are big dogs, and so they're not in danger of drowning or anything, but it's still pretty terrifying.